We are live. We are live, guys. Like always. Ha- Good evening, good evening, good evening, good afternoon for your people that's watching us on the West Coast. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio on this lovely cold Friday evening. Some people Friday cold Friday afternoon. So for some people that right now feeling the cold weather in the West Coast. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. It is Freestyle Friday. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Prince King Jordan, what's cracking like and what's cracking like and what's cracking like, big dog?
What's cracking? What's cracking? You need here back like I never left.
Yeah, we in here. We always are. It's the weekend. It's Friday, so we about to get in as we always do. And after that, the weekend hits. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Give me 1 second. I think YouTube is not working. Hold on, let me see. Oh, it is working. I don't know why it's. Sorry about that, guys. We I'll be figuring it out, man. Ever since this new update, it's been acting crazy. Give me 1 second. 1 second, folks. So some people might see us in different feeds. Some of y'all might watch us through the vertical and also through the other one. So yeah, I'm on the right one. I'm on the right one. Yeah. Shout out to Evelyn Perez, the first one in the building. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Shout out to everybody now all watching us on YouTube. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. You already know it is Freestyle Friday, so anything go. So let's have it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of Don Lemon pretty much being arrested earlier this morning over there in Los Angeles?
Let's get into it. So, it was breaking news this morning that Don Lemon he was arrested by the federal agents due to him being in involvement with the church protest back in Minneapolis. So it's been it's so they're getting him and also they're getting other people who was involved in that in the Minneapolis protests that happening back in Minnesota. And so we only know we don't know why he was charged for. The other people were charged for, but with that being said, the federal agents are not playing around when it comes to this and take it very seriously, and they took Don Lemon. So we do have a clip. I just sent it to you out, Ronnie, but we do have a clip that him being just getting out of jail, and right now he's talking to the media. So go ahead and play the clip, and then after that we'll chop it up.
Everybody hear me? You guys set? Everybody ready? So look, I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with, can everybody hear me? I stand with all of them, and I will not be silent. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silent. I look forward to my day in court.
So he's been out of jail.
I will not.
This happened right after the Grammys media media little section they had here in Los Angeles. So yeah. So with that being said, fellas, what you guys think that how the federal agents are taking this stuff seriously when it comes to the ICE things going on around this country, and when it comes to what they just did, federal agents to start arrest people, including Don Lemon.
Now I might be towards biased when it comes to aspect of Don Lemon. I don't really like him way too much, but I do like his way when it comes to aspect of journalism and the way how he interview people. So I give him kudos to that one. Him being arrested to me, I think it didn't make no sense because now it goes against our constitution right, which is the First Amendment on freedom of the press and also on freedom of speech. And to me, I don't think he did anything wrong because I look at we actually covered it here the whole aspect of the church incident that transpired over there in Indianapolis. And to me, he was just interviewing people. I don't think he orchestrated the whole plan. Now there is some people that did orchestrate it, and those people are did get and FBI are looking towards the other people. But to me, Don Lemon didn't really have anything to do with it. He was just doing his normal job, pretty much interviewing and uploading. That's pretty much it. But some people are afraid. Some people and there's other conspiracy theorists are saying that this is probably just staged just to get Don Lemon on the map to find some way to attack Trump. So either or, I think they treated Don Lemon very on wrongly on this one.
Now, I want to use a word I haven't used on here. It's called selective outrage. These Democrat liberals forget that we have laws and we have to follow the Constitution rights. What we're exercising is no different than China, Russia, Japan, Bali, and Thailand. They do it worse. I've never seen somebody rooting and raving for people who are breaking the United States government laws. I understand things can be excessive, but a lot of this thing can go smoothly if you just comply, comply, comply. Don Lemon, being an American citizen who understands what laws are all about, it is troubling to see that he's in this way to create a divisive matter. So hopefully this will teach him a lesson on step aside everybody and let them do their work and let the courts handle their business.
I think the year 2026, when it comes to ICE, people protest, I think it's going to be really get serious here in 2026. Now, we've seen that, federal agents are taken to the next level of, they're starting to arrest people for any involvement when it comes to wherever happened to Minneapolis, comes to the church protests and everything. So it's just, and I know when it comes to Democrats, I'm sorry, Democrats, but liberals, that scene and stuff right there, to me, it's going to I feel like it's going to go to the next level here in 2026. Now, Don Lemon, he said what he said, he's going to exercise his rights, and we're going to see him, fight this in court, and it's going to be in federal court and everything. So, also the other people, which, maybe we'll get to later of, of their involvements, when it comes to church protests, and also, are they getting charged very similar to Don Lemon as well? But yeah, I think 2020 is going to be get super serious when it comes to liberals. We continue to be outraged by ICE and everything. And, and the thing is, there's really nothing you can do. You can go to you can talk about the Congress, you can do everything you want and everything. But when it comes to them getting arrested and everything, I feel when it comes to them being arrested, I feel like, okay, how they going to, fight their charges off, and when they're going to court, and how they really going to defend themselves and everything. But this year is going to be raised up and fired up when it comes to these liberals. When it comes to ICE, and it's going to be something in 2026. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, now that guys, let us know what you think. Oh, Hakeem was gonna say something. No, I think he was muted. Um, so guys, let us know what you think on the whole aspect of Don Lemon. Do you agree with his arrest or do you disagree with his arrest? Like always, shout out to White High, who's also in the building. Shout out to the ADP right now watching us on Bingo Live. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. So make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Like always, thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. Moving on to other trending news. Jordan, what's going on with the aspect when it comes to Sha'Carri Richardson right now?
Yeah, so yesterday, Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested yesterday in Orange County for speeding. She went over 100 miles an hour, and also her boyfriend was also arrested for dealing with drugs, pedophilia as well. Also, the body cam exclusively came out today, or her being stopped and everything. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Flashing them to get out of your way, are you? Let's give you a path to get past them. See what you do. Passing a car at 101, 103, 104. Gonna be 429 northbound at Stony Brook, Florida tag. On a gray Aston Martin and an occupants. I would wipe that smile off your face. I'm Sergeant McDaniels with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. You're being stopped for dangerous excessive speeding.
I understand my tire at the back is like literally on 29.
So you're driving at 100. Hold on. You're driving at 104 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone with subpar equipment, flashing people to get out of your lights, out of your lane, following too close, using every lane to pass everybody, cutting me off, passing a car on the inside shoulder with their hazard lights on. You're going to jail for dangerous excessive speeding.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. My phone, I didn't even know my car was speeding.
That's why they give you a speedometer.
I totally understand. I communicate with you, sir. I really do not want to go to jail.
No, most people don't, but you got to think about that before you do the speed. I need your license, your registration, and your insurance. You were speeding.
Sir, I was, and I totally didn't know. If you look at my phone, my buttons right here, they jump around. My phone is sitting here and it's slid on here. I literally see it's not even in normal mode, and I see that. My apologies, sir. Please, I communicate.
The mode has nothing to do with your gas pedal.
No.
I need your license, your registration, and your insurance.
Please, sir, I really want to work. Can you really work with me, sir? I promise you, I am a law-abiding citizen. I have my ID, my insurance on my phone. There was no intention of me speeding today. I promise you, sir.
Is this a good address for you, Lake Valley Drive?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm local, sir. Please work with me. I promise you.
I don't know what work with you means.
Not work with me. I understand that. I will take the ticket. I will show you.
No, like I told you, you're going to jail.
Please don't allow me to go to please, sir. Please.
Listen to me.
Please, sir. I really.
If nothing you say is going to change that. You are going to jail.
Sir, am I going to jail?
Yes.
Sir, I really was not intentionally speeding at
That's
all.
even more scary.
Sir,
that means that you're doing things unintentionally
no,
on a
sir,
task that
please,
requires
please,
all
sir,
your attention.
Sir, please, I'm begging you.
You are going to have a little bit of time to make some phone calls. You are going to jail. I am towing your car.
Please, sir, don't take me to jail. I will do everything.
No.
I will do everything.
You have two options. Listen.
My tire, sir, please.
Listen, you have two options.
Please, sir.
The first option is you can either ride with me in my car.
Damn, that's loud.
The second option is you are going to go to jail in a cage car. Which do you prefer?
I promise you, I don't want to go to jail. I'm right here. I have a team here. I have a coach, everything, sir. I was not intentionally doing anything, and I am.
You're not listening. You're repeating yourself and not listening. Nothing you say is going to change.
Sir, I want to.
All right, so make some phone calls. Let people know that you're going to have a $500 bond.
So there you have it, fellas. So that being said, what's you guys' take on Sha'Carri Richardson being arrested almost a year ago for what she got arrested in Seattle?
This seems like this is a pattern that she's been going through, and it's following her. She's very problematic, and obviously, the more she'll get arrested, the more she's going to learn. And after racking up all those fines, she'll totally understand what she's doing wrong. If you got a speeding ticket last year, this year, you just got arrested for assault at the at the airport. What's next? So she has to rack up a couple $1,000 in lawyer fees to say, hey, maybe it's time for me to chill.
No, but she made it be known that she didn't even know she was doing it unintentionally. So she probably got that fast. Some people do that too. When you have like fast car, like me, I have a sports car. Sometimes you tend to forget that how fast the car really is. You could
You
be driving.
talking about that's a Honda. That's a
That's not a
Honda
Honda.
she was.
Nah, I think that was
What
a
kind of
Porsche.
car that?
I think it was a Porsche.
That
No,
wasn't
that's
no
a
Porsche.
Porsche. It looks like
That
a
was a
Porsche. Oh, that
Porsche.
was a Porsche. I think it was a Porsche.
I think it's a Porsche.
You
I
better
think.
I
go.
think it's a Porsche. I think.
You better go back and see when she pulled up. That looked like a Honda to me.
Let me
Yeah.
double check. But yeah, I think it was a Porsche. But go
I
ahead,
think
Ronnie.
it's a Porsche. So those type of cars sometimes because they say it had a monitor on it. Like Honda don't have a monitor like that than the Porsche do. Those like nice like high end cars. So sometimes you drive and you tend to forget. And remember she's a runner, so you already know. I'm not making excuses for the woman. At the end of the day, she still broke the law, but she have a heavy foot. 'Cause remember she's a runner, so she's always on a fast lane. And you already know she probably was late for practice because she even made it be known that how her coach is waiting for her. People are waiting for her, so she tried to meet there on time, and also she have like a flat tire. So at the end of the day, she still broke the law, and to
Oh,
me, this officer was completely
my bad.
completely nice to her. So he did what he's supposed to be doing. So shout out to him for being respectful because a lot of people say a lot of these cops are very unruly. He literally treated her with respect. He said, "Hey, you can ride with me, literally in the passenger car, and we'll just take you to jail. Look, you didn't even get a $500 bond, which is really really good." Because other people would have got $1,000 or $2,000 bond for her to get 500. Technically, they know like, hey, she gonna beat it, whatever the case maybe, but she got to be careful with the next time because at the end of the day, that was still um dangerous zone driving like that type of fast. Now, but shout out to Linton, a new Twitch subscriber coming through and say, hey guys, how do you been? We've been good. How you been? Hope all is well. Why I also came in before Jordan do his thing. Why I also came in. Dirty Cops will be in the back seat with her. No, I don't think so. Um, Evan also come in. We got to make smart choices in life. Dumb decisions like this have consequences, which is a fact. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, I looked at it. The back. How can that's an Aston Martin that she was driving.
Okay, then my bad.
It's
Okay,
good. It's
I
good.
was just
Cause I thought it was a Porsche too. I looked at it. That was an Aston Martin. But yeah, you can't go over 100 miles an hour, especially here in Southern California, because the sheriffs on the highways, they're everywhere. So she should have know that. And her, kind of plead with the officer, and he named a couple of things that he did wrong. It's like you're going to jail. There's no. There's no talking out of it. You're going to jail. And she kept pleading and everything. It's like, no, Shikari. The cops say you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Let's not talk about it. So the first thing to do is to make some calls. It's like, okay, I'm busted. You got me. Simple as that. If you admit more you're wrong, everything will go more smoother and everything. But she tried to plead. I'm trying to get out, but she did this before at the airport. Hakeem was talking about. So eventually, Shakira, you're gonna have to learn of when it comes to if you get stopped multiple times. If the cop or police officer say, "Hey, if you're going to jail, you're going to jail." There's no talking out of it and everything. She has to learn that, and unfortunately, she has to learn that. So, for her, it was like I said, she went to jail, paid $500, and that's it. And then right now, she's out, practicing as we speak whatsoever. But yeah, Shakari definitely has to learn. And also, they said that her boyfriend, I don't know if the boyfriend was in the back seat or anything, but he's also was arrested too. So those two right there, I don't know what they're doing, but it's not looking good for both of them in the type of relationship they in as well. So hopefully Shakari learn her lesson. I don't know if she's gonna learn a lesson by this speeding ticket, but I'm pretty sure, I hope not, that she might get arrested again for another ticket or anything like that, but she has to learn real quick.
And Waha also comes in is Ronnie. She said, I'll do anything. Y'all know she said that she'll do anything. The cop said, what do you mean by that? We
What
we
you mean
know
by that? Why?
we know. Trust me, I paid attention when she said that. I just didn't want to mention that on the table.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna address that too, because that's an open door of opportunity.
Yeah,
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
opportunity. I
Turn that body cam off.
Yeah, some cars would do it. That way say dirty cars. Yeah, some cars would definitely do it. But I was like, nah, he was smart. He was a smart man. like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, make sure you do what you guys do best. It's coming through and showing us a lot of love. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Moving along to sports. Jordan, what's going on with when it comes to the aspect of sports news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. So the Cleveland Browns finally got their head coach from their Baltimore's offensive coordinator Tom Hudson, if I'm saying it correctly. And he will be the new head coach for the Cleveland Browns. And we have a clip of Shador Sanders meeting his new head coach. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
What's going in at? Oh yeah.
Hello, young man.
What's up, Casito? How you doing? Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, we tried to draft your ass last year. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, sit down.
What's going in at? Oh yeah.
Hello, young man.
What's up, Casito? How you doing? Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, we tried to draft your ass last year. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, sit down.
What's going in at?
Yep. So they will get right to work and remind you. Also with Shador Sanders, he has been selected to the Pro Bowl, so he has a Pro Bowl. He's a Pro Bowl quarterback in his title for next year. So now they expect big things coming to Cleveland. So with that being said, fellas, question is, do you like the hire, and how does will make Cleveland better?
Todd won't be there long. I don't see Todd being there long. I see Todd probably being there for 1 year and they're gonna fire him. Browns are one of the toughest organizations. Everybody can tell you nobody want to be a head coach for the Cleveland Browns because they always tend to get fired due to the fact of their tough organization. So hopefully he come to them and try to make a difference. But with Deshaun Watson pretty much starting next year as the true quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, Shador will probably be secondary quarterback. But just because of the Brown organization, I don't see Todd being there long. Sorry to say. But I could be wrong. But now since Shador is so much media attention on Shador, he gotta come in there with the right game and make sure the Browns win. That's all I can say on that one.
I tried to do a little bit of information. His stats are not that bad. One thing that does give me hopeful, I like, because the last coach wasn't trying to work with Shador. He didn't even see Shador as an option. But this person here, just to see that they're laughing, they're giggling, I think they could build a rapport. Here's the thing. Football is all about building a rapport. Tom Brady and Belichick had a rapport like a father and son, and that's the reason why they won championships. And they understand each other, they understand the calls, they sat down together. So hopefully these guys can sit here, and Shador and these guys could bring a good season this year for them.
Yeah, for me, I do agree with you, Ronnie, when it comes to Deshaun Watson, because he will be back next year. And to me, if I'm the coach, I'm gonna put him and Shador Sanders and compete for the number one QB1 and everything. See how that goes. But to me, Ronnie, you do make a point. If like I said, if he doesn't if they don't look good on this next year, he will be fired his first year. But if he can get this team rally up, if he can get this team back to the playoffs, because if you look at next year, we see that the Ravens got their head coach, Pittsburgh they got their head coach, and Cincinnati will be up there too. So it depends on how the team is. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not gonna think it's gonna happen, but it's a possibility they could have a chance to win the division with Pittsburgh and kind of disarray, not knowing they're gonna get Aaron Rodgers or anything like that. and also Baltimore, they got the new head coach. We don't know how he's going to do either. So if the Marbles is all straight up with Cleveland, it's a possibility, they can, turn it around, get to the playoffs, or maybe win the divisions. Okay, cool. But it's Cleveland, y'all. It's like nobody wins in Cleveland like that. But if this coach can turn it around and make Shador as a top flight quarterback in the league, then they can win some games and maybe win a division. So we'll see.
Why high conversation? Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback on the Browns team. Yeah, a lot of people believe that, and I think with the right coach, they could go far. But let's see if they're gonna battle because do the Browns want the media attention? Then they might start Shador Sanders because the media attention is also good for business too as well because people will be able to go to the game and there'll be more resources to the Brown organization.
Sell out seats.
And also shout out to Killer Swag that's also in the building. Go ahead, Hakeem, you were saying something?
I say sell out seats.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about sellout season. Now people are starting to realize the NFL is becoming more and more of entertainment. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's coming along when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Yep, let's get into it. Let's talk about the housing market. So, according to Donald Trump, he wants the houses prices to continue up. I know we here in 2026 when it comes to here in America, especially around major cities, that all these prices when it comes to housing prices, it's so high that we really can't afford it. But according to Donald Trump, he wants to keep increasing the prices when it comes to housing. So with that being said, go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Again, existing housing, people that own their homes, we're going to keep them wealthy. We're going to keep those prices up. We're not going to destroy the value of their homes so that somebody that didn't work very hard can buy a home. We're going to make it easier to buy. We're going to get interest rates down. But I want to protect the people that for the first time in their lives feel good about themselves. They feel like that they're wealthy people. And I want them to understand it. There's so much talk about, we're going to drive housing prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up for people that own their homes. And they can be assured that's what's going to happen. Things.
So there you have it. So that's what Trump said. With that being said, fellas, do you guys agree or disagree with Donald Trump about raising housing prices still?
It's iffy for me.
It is. When we say raising housing prices, I want to know, are you going to inflate the prices or actually get them to the point where it's actually at the price that it's supposed to that reflects the medium income market? That's the point. A house in Ocala, Florida shouldn't be $500,000 when people barely make $17. You know what I mean?
He's not going to bring the rates down. I mean, the rates are going up. So, I mean, housing prices is going up. It's not going down.
So here's the thing. The houses are only going to be for the rich then. For the high network, then screw everybody who's trying to get up. So he just telling us you got to be rich. If you don't get rich or scam, you got to that's it. You're gonna be left in the ghetto on Martin Luther King Boulevard.
See, the whole aspect of the house, but you got to keep in mind the whole situation when it comes to the housing market. Remember, they want the people that live in the metropolitan area to move out, while other people move in. You get my drift. So that's what it's all about. It's about these corporations going to continue to buy these homes while the people like ourselves going to continue to rent. That's what they want. They want us to be renters and not homeowners. So people that really do have a home, they're gonna realize, hey, I see that my house is worth this amount of money. I'm gonna sell it to the corporation, and then I'm gonna end up in the rut because then the house they sell it to the corporation for, they won't be able to buy the next home because the price gap is gonna be too high.
Man, it's a quagmire. No, that's all I'm gonna say. It's a quagmire.
Yeah, absolutely. So we heard it from Donald Trump, and I'm not surprised of him saying it, and I'm not surprised of shocked that the prices will continue to go high. That's why majority of the people who lives in big cities, they want to move into the Midwest where they can, which houses are probably the last resort of being more affordable and everything. So yeah, so with him saying that, it sounds shocking. I know people that want to stay in cities that they born and raised and want to buy a house. Unfortunately, if you're not in a two-parent, and I mean, if you're not sharing an apartment with somebody, so y'all can both build together. I'm in a position of, if me my if well, not just me but people, if you and your spouse can't afford one, I'm about to be calling. Hey, if I have some cousins or anything like that, or family members, say, yo, we'll figure out a way to get a house when it comes to payments and everything, how to share a house, something like that. If you guys want to do that, that's the idea. Because I won't be surprised. I'll see people, not just people that's with two people, but I won't be surprised we see multiple people getting together just to buy a house because prices are really, really out of control and everything like that. So yeah, the options are either do what I just said, or move to the Midwest, which our houses are still kind of affordable still. So
Shout out to Killer Poe, a new Twitch subscriber. Shout out to Twitch, man. We getting a lot of new Twitch subscribers. I like it. Ron, you kind of quiet compared to others. Just letting you know. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be. I gotta let other people speak. I don't know you, Killer Poe. Explain
Hey,
that to me. That don't make any sense. You want me to
hey,
talk?
he tweaking like he don't know you talk. Like
No, I think he want me to talk more. I'm like, no, man. It's other people. It's other people. It's other co-hosts, man. Why I say the Donald is a real estate man. Why would he drive down the prices? Exactly. He's not gonna do it. It's not true.
basically,
He's not gonna do it. Killer Poe say my view on housing issue, which is a global issue. Our grandparents will purchase a house on a single income salary and have
yep.
family doing
Hey,
a normal job, which is a fact. That's a fact.
facts. Hey, Jordan said this on a episode one time. His grandfather worked for the car manufacturer, and was able to buy a house like an actual living, like an actual career wage, and was able to purchase his home outright, owned it, and retire. Like we're not living in these days no more. Like if you don't got a job and 60 side hustles, you ain't gonna make no money.
Yep. And now we have multiple jobs and can't afford a house, which is crazy.
Oh,
That to me is the most crazy
listen,
thing. I Literally people have like 3 to 4 jobs and cannot afford a house.
listen.
It is. Go
You
ahead.
if somebody personal, me and and he bought a house, and him and his wife both worked two jobs to pay $4,000 a month in Broward, in Fort Lauderdale.
The
The
house
mortgage
price.
is
Go
yeah.
ahead. No, go ahead.
And
You
I
go
said
ahead.
the mortgage is $4,000 a month. People, I want you and these are people with degrees. And they're making they have to work two jobs to pay $4,000 a month for the
that's
mortgage,
correct.
not including lights, gas, and all that. By
Home
goddamn there,
insurance,
you
all
better
that.
go get you a Tesla.
And not only that, he had more to say. He said the housing crisis need a massive rework globally. Speaking as South Africa, by the way, I'm speaking as a South African, by the way. Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man. South
Shout out
Africa
to you
is in the building.
in the building.
Why also
Johannesburg,
saying, go ahead,
Durban.
say it again.
No, no, I was just screaming out the cities. Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town in the building.
Ronnie, they stop corporation from buying single family homes. That's a why how you know that's lies, bro. I'm sorry to say I don't believe that. That's lies all around, man. I do not believe that one. Like
And
and share,
corporation will,
subscribe,
I was
guys.
gonna say, corporation will find, if they do, corporation will find loopholes to keep continue buying. I just want to say that.
Of course, they're gonna use their family members. They're gonna find somebody. Trust me, they never stop. United States is home of the corporation. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Main topic on today's show. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of the Epstein file? Big dog.
So yeah, so the Epstein's so the DOG has released more Epstein's file, and then with that the Epstein's file also in the Epstein's files which files claiming Trump auctioned off young girls at a Mar-a-Lago party was on there, and the DOJ reportedly deleted it. On the file, it says Donald Trump, the president, had parties at the Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein will bring the children, and Trump will auction them off. He measured the children's. I'm not going to say anything by entering a finger and rate the children on the guest house, and the guests were elderly men, including Elon Musk, who was there, Donald Trump Jr., Trump, and also Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump, who was there. Our attorney Ellen DeSources was also there with another attorney. Were taken in the rooms and forced to give stuff to Donald Trump. One girl was 13 years old when Donald Trump was, and then and while no person was present. And then if you're trying to search it and everything, DOJ on their website, the files was deleted. So once the SD file was once they put this up there, as we can see, there's information. Um, you could type it if you go to the DOG website to type about this stuff, it was deleted. So when it comes to the Epstein's files, they do post stuff on there, but when it comes to other stuff that might be a little bit too much, the DOJ erases it. So with that being said, fellas, we talked about we want to see the release of the Epstein files, and we're seeing more and more release. But with that, there's some stuff that they have on there they erase some stuff of the evidence, so people won't know, don't want to know. So people should. I'm sorry. So people should not know what really happened when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein and the files. So with that being said, fellas, what you guys take on this?
Some of the stuff look made up, especially when it comes to aspect of guess was early man and include Elon Musk. Elon Musk wasn't even rich at the time. Elon Musk just recently just got rich. Jeffrey Epstein died how many years ago? Elon Musk was not even around. So for them to even have him on the list, they're trying to show you that it was kind of mad. Some of the stuff was like kind of fabricated. That's why they were deleting. This look like this has been done by the Democratic Party. You can just really tell. Now a lot of people want to say I'm on Trump's side. I'm not on Trump's side on this one because at the end of the day he still went to those parties. Nobody know what really transpired. The only one that know what really transpired is Jeffrey Epstein widow wife that's still alive, and she's in prison as today. So if they really want to know the truth, she knows the whole thing because she orchestrated the women allegedly, and people could look that up. And also the whole thing when it came to the Epstein empire, she was mostly in charge of it. So if people really want to know the true backstory, they need to interview her and have her spill out the truth. But at the end of the day, stuff is just being added. They just keep adding stuff, taking stuff out. They might always just leave it alone at this point. And I think a lot of people are tired of it. Right? Why it is fake news. That's what I'm saying. It is fake news.
Yeah. So I want to say something and say this clearly. Nobody's gonna get convicted. Nobody's gonna go to jail. They got rid of the main guy, and that's it. The only time who might get extorted or convicted out of this are black and brown people if you was a part of that Epstein file. The beloved white boys are not gonna let themselves go out without a fight. So I'm telling you, anybody you think is gonna get convicted, get that out your mind. Trump is gonna reign supreme, and any other million and billionaires who was a part of that. But if you was black or Hispanic, you might become the sacrificial lamb of the Epstein's file.
Yeah, absolutely. When I first, heard about SC files coming out, we were always eager. Okay, who was on the list and everything, and now it's getting released and everything. It's kind of lost its feather because we won't, because all the stuff they're erasing or trying to fabricate and everything, we won't know what really happened when it comes to that Jeffrey Epstein and also at the island and everything. We can speculate all we want, but the hard evidence that we want to see, it's not put it out there, or if not putting it out there, they're erasing it and making fabricating a news story, anything like that. So, when it comes to being in that type of power and being in that type of position, you could do stuff, anything you want. You could take stuff out, put it back in, and let the media know about making your own narrative of what happened at the islands and everything. And that's pretty much it, and people need to learn that about, how, media has any media, as powerful as some medias are, they could take if they could have a hands on some documents, especially serious documents like a Jeffrey Epstein's files, and they could really, make make a story they want by taking stuff out and add stuff in. It just shows you that, we will never know. We can speculate, but we'll never know what happened to, coming Jeffrey Epstein's and all the files and everything. So the Epstein file really lost his favor once the DOJ started to take some stuff out, blame some stuff in and out and everything. It's like, you know what? If y'all gonna do that, then shoot, y'all should have kept the Epstein files, and we could have kept speculating what was on the files and who was on the list.
Like Killer Poe come in, he said the only man that could have said it is dead. No matter what, the truth won't come out. I keep saying that the truth will never come out, because people fail to realize the Epstein party was the P. Diddy party at that time. You have powerful, wealthy 1%er at these events. You think they're gonna let you know who was really there? And there's 1% of people don't even know about, like the one that just recently just purchased TikTok. I didn't even know he was a multi-billionaire. That there are billionaires and trillionaires out here. You think they're gonna really let you know who's really in these files? Trump, they don't like Trump. They know that. They know people don't like Trump. They're gonna take Trump's name all day. I best to believe other people was on there too, besides Trump. Best to believe that. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Freestyle Monday, man. And thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all guys don't understand. Y'all making Chaos Culture Radio the biggest thing on the planet. Moving along to hip-hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip-hop news, big dog?
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about Plies. So Plies went viral. Talk about, he went grocery shopping and everything, and he shows, here 2026 how much grocery he spent, and and how, not just him, but how other Americans are spending a lot on groceries. And he showed that his street become public. So go ahead and play the clip, and then after that we'll chop it up.
Hey bro, I'm just leaving motherfucking public, bro. Yeah, motherfucking public. The motherfucking grocery store, public. Just leaving motherfucking public, bro. And I just spent $400 motherfucking dollars. $403.98. $400 motherfucking dollars. And I ain't got a motherfucking thing to show for it. $400. And that shit fit right in my little ass trunk. Back there. $400 motherfucking dollars. I ain't got shit in the bike seat, nothing. What's a motherfucking paper towel? Nothing. $400 motherfucking dollars, bro. Don't get you a motherfucking thing out here. No more. $400. I used to spend $500 before back in the day, and that shit used to look like I was moving. I'm talking about bad shit. I couldn't even motherfucking. Hey, bro, I'm just leaving my motherfucking seat. But now, $400 don't get you a motherfucking thing. I don't know how motherfucking making it out here, boy. Especially a motherfucker with multiple motherfucking children. How the fuck is y'all even surviving? $400. And that shit went right in my little ass motherfucking trunk. I was finna put the shit back, to be perfectly motherfucking honest with you. That motherfucking man say $403.90, sir. I said, huh? He say $403.90. $403 motherfucking. I thought he was talking about the motherfucking Fantasy 5. I said, man, I don't want to play no motherfucking Fantasy 5. I said, I don't know. I'm talking about he said, oh no, that's the grocery. He better be glad that motherfucking lady was behind me, boy. I had to told you to keep this shit. Boy, how the motherfucking see?
Yeah, we all know groceries, is pretty expensive out there. But with that being said, fellas, we guys take home applause when it comes to him, spending almost $400 on groceries at Publix.
Look where you're shopping at. Publix ain't no different than Whole Foods. You know what I mean? And I guess a lot of people might allude that, Publix food is fresher and it's more healthier. I say, supermarket's a supermarket. You can find stuff shipped from China just as well. You could do that on there. There's an illusion on that. But the point of the fact is, right now you got to tighten your belt. Let's bring back couponing. You feel me? Saying? Let's bring back going to the farmers market. You got no choice now. Let's lay off on the processed food. The processed food is what killing you. You got to find a budget. That 2 for $50, 2 for $25, canned soup. A lot of niggas gonna be losing weight this year. You ain't gonna be able to afford to eat. Shit, nigga, I done lost some weight. I can't go out to eat like I used to. You know what I'm saying to say? So come on, man. Like, he need to learn. He a rich dude talking like that.
But is he really a rich dude if he complaining about $400, Hakeem? Well, everybody gotta ask yourself. A lot of
Whoa.
all this money. If you really got this money, then it shouldn't even matter to you, right? I go to the grocery store. I don't even complain about these prices. I just know how to bargain. Buy. You gotta be smart with it. Why I say something that was very powerful? He should have bought grocery at Aldi's. There's other alternatives for you to buy groceries. You don't have to go to the local Publix. No offense to Publix, I like Publix too, especially when it comes to the chicken tenders. But it's just that there's ways to shop. And Hakeem, you wonderful said when it comes to aspect of coupon, there's nothing wrong with coupon. They put it in your mail each and every day. People need to start using them again. They're teaching people how to save. People don't want to save. They want to live with the Joneses, and look what's happening now. And one person asked, "Do we go live Monday?" Yes, Monday. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, each and every day, including Mondays and some of the weekends. So sometimes depends on what event it is. So we just want to let you guys know. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at I was scamming through Plaza receipt and everything, and then I'm looking at, I was like, if you spend $400, I'm looking at the stuff that he got. I could probably save maybe $100 to $120 looking at a receipt. And it's not just shopping at Publix. There's other places you can shop at, Aldi's. If he's in Florida, Winn Dixie and everything, And to me, it's also about price matching and everything. What you got at Publix, you go to another grocery store, it might have a little bit cheaper and everything. And to me, Plaus, to me, he's the type of shop, he just get things and everything. Okay, I'm gonna get this. He probably don't look at the yellow tags, which is on sale signs, or you probably don't look at the red tags that's on clearance and everything. And it's all about that. It's all about we go to the aisle, see what's on sale, with the red tags, red tags, yellow tags, and you feel like you go to North Store and get it a little bit cheaper, you can do that. And plus, he's the type of person, he just got things and okay, ring it up. You look at that. He looked at the final price. He was like, wait a minute, I'm spending what? That just tells me he's not looking at sales, he's not getting coupons or anything like that. So plus, if that kind of woke you up a little bit, if you need to download the Publix app, because if you download the Publix app, they have coupons on the on these apps that you can do as well. So, and that goes to all people. You go to grocery stores, if you got to write down and plan on what you get, and and also use the coupons that's on the app, and that's what you do, because you can save a whole lot of money when it comes to grocery shopping, and not just shopping at one grocery store, but if you go to multiple grocery stores, I guarantee you can save a lot more money. So, plus, you need to budget a little bit better, buddy.
Yeah, it is, man. And I would have a shout out to people right now watching us on Rumble too as well. We have Nate Dogg. He has something to say when it comes to aspect of the next E5. He said, if you guys have a private conversation, you want to attempt to call it a new channel. I don't know what he's saying, but thank you for being here. he say, but the whole aspect of the market, people gotta understand that you gotta just know how to grocery shop. That's pretty much it. Look for sales, people. Sell. Trust me, your favorite egg, they may have it on sale somewhere else, like a White House, say all these Walmart, whatever the place may be. Just look around, man. You gotta be smart by. Moving on to other trending news. So Jordan, the basketball wife is ending.
Yeah, so after 15 years, Shawnee Henderson, she officially announced that, Basketball Wives is not going to return to VH1. This is now is the end of the era of Basketball Wives, and she says it's time to do other things that she has, other projects that she has coming up soon. So with that being said, go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I wanted to jump on here real quick before the news got out and people try to be messy and make this something that it's not. This is just called growth and, moving forward. I'm announcing today that Basketball Wives will not be returning. Since its launch in 2010, this franchise has been the defining part of my professional journey. What began as a vision to tell my story and stories of women like me grew into a cultural movement that created opportunity, sparked conversation, and honestly amplified voices that deserve to be heard. I'm so grateful to VH1, Truly Original, Shed Media, and BET for their partnership and belief in a show that left a long-lasting mark on entertainment. Most importantly, I'm thankful to the women who trusted me with their stories and the creatives in front of and behind the camera who helped bring this vision to life season after season. Grow and honor a chapter while preparing for what's next. While this journey is concluding, I'm actively developing new projects that align with my personal and professional purpose, continuing to create meaningful opportunities for women across media and business. Basketball Wives will always be a cherished part of my legacy and a foundation of my career as a producer. Thank you for your support from day one, and I look forward to this next season of leadership, creativity, and expansion, and sharing it with you.
Yep. So Basketball Wives has officially ended. Like I said, they've been in VH1 for almost 15 years, and it's the end of the era. So with that being said, fellas, what you got to say on it?
People not watching the basketball wives anymore because it wasn't really that much entertaining. The first season, yeah, second season, maybe third season, okay, fifth season, the fourth season, the fifth season it started to go down. The ratings starting to go down because now people are more intrigued about Krishan Raw and Blueface relationship. That began to start rocking it up because that's something new, something fresh. People can care less about these celebrity wives, to be honest with you, because we know that keeping up with the Joneses. We want to see somebody that could relate to us, and that's Blueface and Strong Rock. So that's why people will tune in to watch that instead of Black Basketball Wives. Same thing with the Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta. Same thing. People not watching it because it's the same redundant thing. They want something new. This is a whole new, different generation, and this season has come to an end.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Basketball Wives is not the only one. Love and Hip Hop, New York, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like you're gonna see a lot of these cultural phenoms that was something that was 5 years ago are not anymore. Like Ron said, the ratings are down and the culture is shifting. And it's funny enough, we shifted back into like somewhat reality TV, but focusing on influencers and personalities. So we're going to see a lot of influencers get deals to display their personality. Authenticity is what's going to sell now. A lot of this stuff was scripted. A lot of people made a lot of money. The networks made a lot of money. It's just time to go. You know what I mean? And we'll see what's going to happen for the next quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And to have that run of 15 years being on main television VH1, that's really, really great. But you guys both said it's like, generation is shifting, when it comes to the new Generation Z's, they look at that more influencers, like you guys said, also streamers as well. That's a big thing right now. And Shawnee, she knew that too. And that's why she said, hey, it's time to hang it up. We had a fantastic run. A lot of people got paid doing her show and everything, but it's time to go somewhere different. And like I said, close the chapter of these reality shows I used to see on MTV, VH1, and now there's a new generation of what are these new generations going to be looking at, which we kind of know what they are looking at right now, and we're going to see a new shift into these new things we're going to see from this younger generation.
Light, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Guys, it's so very important to get a Care Culture Radio description, because in the description where you can find the Care Culture Radio merch. And also, link is pinned on top of the chat. For those that may not see it, the link is pinned on top of the chat. So go ahead, click on it, and lead you guys right over to the Care Culture Radio merch. Also, guys, it's so very important you go to Care Culture Radio community post, because that's where we will have Prince Akeem new album that's out now. You already know, guys, before we leave, we gotta play some songs for the album. You know how we always do every time we leave. So let's go ahead and play some songs for the album. Boy from Charlotte. Here we go.
I came from the struggle trying to avoid these actors. My mama told me, watch out for backstabbers. Back at it, hustling hard like Mad Hatters. My friend said, damn, you going just like a savage. Drenched in the street, my heart covered in fleas. Hung around dogs, my mama told me to leave. Swore by the gun, my homie told me to freeze. Police circle block, they got me on my knees. Can't breathe, damn little homie, I can't see. The devil in his face look like just you and me. I couldn't hear screams, the bullet ripped through his jeans. A week later, they making diss songs about the scenes. They try to run there, them goofies are straight green. The color money got these young girls up on their knees. We exploit them anytime, they just wanna be free. Shoppers free, she swallow it all, just feel the breeze. Depose them like trash and send them back to the streets. I left the game and came back, I figure I had no peace. The pain I felt aside, my homie is king disease. I'm blowing trees, hoping they might put me
And also, guys, you can also find Prince Akeem new book that's out now too as well, like Raising Clean is also Black Love. Come over here, support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate it. Like always, shout out to Wahai, who's also in the building. Shout out to all the news Twitch subscribers too as well that was also in the building. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow us, and also come over here on YouTube, follow us as well. Join in the conversation with a Killer Poll. Thank you so much for tuning in. Killer Swag, thank you so much, Big Dog, for tuning in. Shout out to Evelyn Perez, who is also in the building. Shout out to Linton, a new Twitch subscriber too, for tuning in. And also shout out to you, even though Nate Dog, number one, watching us on Rumble, man, even though you had some biased opinion. I ain't read all your comments, but you was going in on some of them, so I ain't want to read it, because we always in on YouTube. We don't want to get demonetized. But I really do greatly appreciate you for tuning in. And don't be afraid, man. We don't censor nobody over here. We like to see new people. So thank you guys so very much. So guys, come over here, show us a lot of love. And also, guys, check out yesterday exclusive interview with Teddy G, a well-winning filming producer. So go ahead, it's out right now. So thank you guys, like always, so very much. Thank you for tuning in to Care Culture Radio. We over and out.